The Omer inspiration for day 9 happens to be a part of the Shabbat service at my synagogue, Temple Emet of the South Bay in Torrance. So following this brief announcement, please stay tuned for the inspiration for day 9. Thank you so much, and Shabbat Shalom.
Today is 9 days, which are 1 week and 2 days of the Omer. And Omer was a unit of measure. It's a little bit over 2 quarts of barley that was brought to the temple as an offering during the biblical times. When the 2 temples were destroyed, we continued this offering as a daily process of counting that we do at this time during the Omer, a process of character development and refinement. Over this 49-day period between the second night of Passover and Shavuot, the days are counted as we move through the emotional attributes of the Sfirot, a spiritual type of flow chart corresponding to the different emanations and attributes of our emotional and psycho-spiritual makeup. Each day and each week aligns, reflecting all of the qualities and the emotional characteristics we need to look at to enhance our personal development and how we relate to others and our world. During this time of the coronavirus pandemic, it's even more important that we delve into ourselves. We have a lot more time that we're spending with family, but we also want to work on ourselves so that the world will be a better place. Refine our choices, our behavior, elevate our consciousness and the connection that we have to our soul, each other, and our world. When we step back in, then everything will not be as it was, so we will need to adapt and adjust to a new reality. And do our best to meet the challenges ahead with more enlightened ways of thinking and being. Our old ways, they're going to be of the past. The way we used to relate isn't going to be anymore. We have to get used to something new. And we have to look at this as an opportunity. Opportunities to build anew will be there to embrace if we choose. We can be timid, apprehensive, or go boldly ahead with an expanded awareness and heightened emotional way of relating when in alignment with universal and spiritual truth. The first week of the Omer dealt with chesed, loving kindness, our relationship with love and the ways in which we give and receive. The second week, which we are now in, deals with gevurah, strength, discipline, and respect as we make our way through the different emotional attributes. So here we are, day 9, gevurah and gevurah, discipline in discipline. For those of you that have been following along in the course, some of this is going to sound familiar because we did discipline and chesed. We need discipline in order to feel safe, to love, and to grow. Without a certain measure of discipline, we won't get anywhere. In order to lose weight, well, you have to have the discipline to stick to a diet and make healthy choices. If being physically fit and at peak performance, strong and healthy is what you desire, then you must have the discipline to follow an exercise regime. To excel in education or at your profession or a musical instrument as these two, you must be disciplined in your studies and your performance and your rehearsing. Discipline is the key to success and to going forward in life. It is said that self-discipline is doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. And there's a lot of that going on right now. Persistence pays off. It is the magic power that makes you unstoppable. Plato said, the very first and best victory is to conquer self. So for this 9th day, take a look at how you discipline yourself. Do you procrastinate or leave things to the last minute? Or are you disciplined and strategizing? Are you organized in your thought, plan, and deed? Are you conscious of time? Do you squander it or use it effectively, making the most of every minute? Or do you tend to waste it on thoughts, actions, or behaviors that are self-serving or defeating? Do you schedule time in your day to fuel your heart, your soul, and your mind? Are you disciplined enough to make time to nurture yourself and nurture others? Or maybe, do you swing to the extreme and you're overly excessive? It's a very delicate balance. H.A. Dorfman is quoted as saying, self-discipline is a form of freedom. Freedom from laziness and lethargy. Freedom from the expectations and demands of others. Freedom from weakness and fear and doubt. Self-discipline allows a person to feel his individuality, his inner strength, his talent. He is the master, she is the master of, rather than a slave to, thoughts and emotions. We began this count at the beginning of Passover, when we were set free from the bonds of slavery and are now marching toward our redemption on Shavuot. Do we deserve it? Do our actions merit the greatest gift of all time, the Torah and God's commandments for ethical and moral living? We are the keepers of the book. We are the guardians of our lives and our planet and these lives and these stories. We are all brothers and sisters inhabiting this place that we call Earth. Humanity needs to rise up and awaken to the task ahead. The pandemic is a devastating occurrence in humanity's history. It is an unseen monster overtaking us right now, a pharaoh of sorts. However, we can write the next chapter. With medical technology, humanity working side by side to share knowledge, advancements, and information, together we can accomplish more than we ever could alone. And it is discipline that will get us there. It is said that discipline is just choosing between what we want now and what we want most. Let us be proactive. Let us choose life. Faith over fear, love over hate, and let us continue to learn and to share and explore and advance ourselves and humanity and our world with the discipline found in Gevurah, and this 9th day of the Omer. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will.